Going out.
I
I
got
know
some
you got to go
things.
to bed.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey man, I'm about finished too though. So
I
at
want to
least
talk
with
to you
like the
about that.
normal.
I want
About
to talk
what?
to you about that. Like, are you an official scout yet, or are you under like an internship? We could talk off air about that
Yeah, yeah, we can
if
talk
you
off
want.
air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I wanted to know. I was like, man, I should hit him up because is he official? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, man. We
What
hold up.
team?
What is it? No,
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 we're,
no, no,
we're
no,
live.
no.
We're live now, Bubba. What?
Live?
Go. No, you can't. Okay, we'll talk.
Okay. Actually, I there's some things I gotta talk to you about too that I don't know if
Off
you've
air?
seen it before. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, yeah. You know what? That's probably not something we should put in there. Let me save that.
Yeah, you know
Save
we
that.
live. I
Yeah.
think they can hear us. I need to mute us. Should I mute us?
Wait,
What?
what's the chat talking about, Rad? Do you have the game on?
Oh Lord, I ain't even got my
settings going. There I go. How do I sound
Oh,
now?
you sound way better. See, I don't know. I thought my headphones were messed up. You
It was
sound way
me.
better.
It was me. My bad,
You sound great now.
folks.
Chat, was that Hamlin that got hurt? What was that? I don't know what just happened, man, but I see Twitter blowing up.
All right, let's get it
What are you
popping. You
doing?
ready? You doing the
Oh
intro?
man,
Your
he's
intro
having
us, just to let you know.
CPR.
Damn, who having CPR?
Yo, they're saying DeMar Hamlin's having CPR on the field. He collapsed. Oh,
Hey, you gonna intro us? You ready?
yeah, man. I'm ready, man. Hope he's
Let's
all right,
go.
man. Man, oh, here we go. Blueberry pancakes, waffles with cheese. That's how you know that it's a breeze. We're back with Rad and me. Back with another edition of LSD. Oh, stop, Brad. Look, I kind of rammed the same thing there, but I think the beginning popped us off. How we doing? We got playoff implications. We got a primetime game. We got a 41-10 blowout to discuss. Yeah, man, it was a good. It was almost the perfect weekend for us, man. Almost.
It
Unfortunately,
was.
the Jets, they forgot football. They forgot how to score. That's what it was. I think that
I
was
don't
the
know.
issue. They were so bad that we forgot to do a show last night. That's what happened. So we're here today, man. We're here today.
Yeah, we was tripping. We apologize. Hey, we here today to talk about it. Huge win. I feel like I did us dirty because remember my score prediction was like 27-20, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we came out and just was slapping them boys. Slapping them. It was a little spooky at first because Justin Fields was doing his thing with his legs. Let's be real. He had a couple. It was kind of spooky. Bro, he was doing. We're gonna talk about the game, but I want to say something because I rewatched the game twice.
Oh, you
have? I woke up super late. I didn't see the game live.
What?
I didn't. No, bro. I was that hungover.
You missed the game. Oh,
bro, I was that hungover. To when I woke up, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I woke up at like 12:30. So at that point, on my time zone, it was in the fourth, and I didn't want to know. So I continued to lay in the dark. I didn't touch my phone because I didn't want to see no text messages, no Bleacher Report, no Twitter, no nothing. I just laid in the dark till 1, waited for the condensed version, and then I just got it popped off. Like, yeah, and rewatched it twice. No, I did not see the game live. I was that faded. Bro. Happy New Year's to everybody out there, man. Appreciate you. Happy New Year's dose, man. Yeah, I got faded, man. It was a long New Year's Eve, Bubba. It was long. But like I said, it was spooky at first because Justin Fields' legs was doing his thing. They were running so much. I'm gonna be real with you. because the first time I watched it, I didn't even think he played. I was about to text you, bro. Is Jeff Okudah hurt? Because I didn't see him in that game, and then I rewatched and looked for him. Like Okudah did play. It was just that they didn't pass a lot or even complete that many passes to where I noticed that Okudah was playing. I don't know.
He was in and out though. He didn't play the whole time.
I thought so because I seen Amani in, Mike Hughes, right?
Hughes was in, yep,
and Jerry, and then I finally seen Okudah. But at one point, I was like, bro, did Okudah play? Like I didn't know, but he did play. Go ahead, man. Give me some thoughts on this blowout victory.
Man, well the Okudah thing, I don't know what it was. Maybe I must have missed stuff during the week because people were saying coming in that he was benched and he was out there, so he was getting like rotated. I don't know if he was benched during the game. I think it was because someone also told me that Aaron Glenn said that guys that weren't tackling were going to sit basically last week. We know he missed a couple tackles, so I don't know if that was something coming into the game. I don't know on that one. I got a lot of thoughts on this one overall, but I want to point out first off the DeMar Hamlin thing. I see the chat's talking about it.
He clicked out, y'all. The DeMar Hamlin thing. I did see y'all said somebody collapsed. He collapsed and they're doing CPR on him. Dose and Rad, Kenyon. Thank you for the bills, your prayers. Scary, just going on. Oh Lord, hey, prayers out to DeMar Hamlin, straight up. I mean, I don't wish injury on anybody, especially if they doing CPR on them. That's scary. So prayers out to him, man. Real talk. Prayers out to him. Melissa, I see you in the building. What's up? Nice to see you. Happy New Year's. Go ahead. You were going to touch on something before you clicked the wrong button.
Oh no, it sounded like you hit on the Hamlin stuff. I saw a picture. They had him. It looks like he's okay. They had him, taken off on the EMS. But no, for this game, we hit on a couple like our keys to the game, and I know one of mine was 3rd and 5+, and I want to circle that stat because I went through and checked 3rd and 5+. Rad, can you guess what they were? They had 9 attempts on 3rd and 5+. Guess how many of those they converted
on 3rd and 5+?
Yep,
3.
1. They were 1 for 9 on 3rd and 5+, and it was the defensive holding by Jerry Jacobs when he scrambled short of the first down. So they may not have even got that if he doesn't hold. But either way, yeah, one for 9. So they were great in that area. I haven't rewatched it like you have, but I also watched the game live. But no, I haven't rewatched it though. But I did see a couple things that seemed like came true. We said the Lions cranked up the zone last time they played them. Seemed like they did. Now on every third down, they didn't just play man coverage like they have, which was cool. They mixed it up a little bit, and then and they actually did. You hit on like they had some big plays early, but it seemed like the stuff that got us against Carolina and the stuff that got us last time we played the Bears wasn't necessarily the stuff that got us in this one. There wasn't that many big plays, right? They had 2 early. They had a big scramble that was 60 yards,
right? And
then there was the 30-yard run that he had, but it wasn't the type of run that they were hitting us with the first time around. So they were two different big plays. But aside from that, we limited big play. 3rd and 5+, we were great. We got him into a lot of those spots. And then obviously offensively, I was looking through it. I realized we really didn't get stopped in this game. We had 2 3-and-outs. Aside from that, we scored every possession.
Yep.
Until I think the end of the game where it really didn't matter. Where, we were just running the clock out. One of them was Zylstra fell short of the first down. And then the other one was the incomplete pass to Shane Zylstra, but that was we were up by 28. And that was like I think a 4th and short like attempt. That was it. So they almost win again, not punting. It was kind of like that.
A key I talked about is that we needed to get back to running the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, did we run that ball. Shout out to Jamal Williams. Shout out to Swift. We're going to touch on Swift too. Shout out to the offensive line, bro. That's why I feel like they the MVPs of the game. Because nothing ticks offensively if you're not blocking well for Goff, because everybody knows Goff does need to be upright in order to make the throws he needs to make. And our running backs was hitting holes, bro. They were creating nice holes. Goff really he got sacked once, and that was on like a play action boot rollout.
Yeah.
Remember the only sack, it wasn't like somebody came through
right,
the offensive line or anything like that. He actually like rolled out because it was a boot and he got sacked that way. Shout out to the offensive line, man. Straight up. Them boys came to play. We came to play yesterday, which I felt like we would. We were at home, backs against the wall. You got to bounce back from that smacking from Carolina. But that offensive line showed up. Both sides of the trenches showed up in general. What you smiling about?
No, I'm just.
You know what?
I think he has a valid question. That's
okay.
What?
And I wanted to answer this. Good, Patty. Great question, because I was going to talk about this. I'm not going to say.
Man, what you drinking, man? What is that? Is that iced tea?
Tea. Yeah.
Okay.
Golf bandwagon. I think wait, man. I think I'm sold. I'm sold on it. I'm sold on Goff being our quarterback for the future. Dose, you broke down the numbers about a month ago to me. I'm sold on Goff. I think he's playing good football. Obviously we know he can make all the throws, except for the deep one. I still think he'd be kind of, I don't know, the deep ball. Still don't look as that's a little murky. But besides that, I think I'm sold on the Goff.
He's sold.
Goff has played well for us this year. I am sold. I won't call him Goff anymore. What? That word is out of my vocabulary. Straight up. I do not want us to go draft a quarterback next year. Not unless it's like a late round backup.
Right.
There it is.
Wow.
I'm on the Goff train.
Got him. Hey,
I'm sold.
17 weeks, man. We got him.
I said this was his prove year.
I know, but this is, and you know what's fun? I was thinking about that today. You did say that this year, and I was thinking to myself, like, he's got to feel like he's proved it.
He has proved it
coming into the show.
100. Yeah. I believe he has proved that he could be our quarterback moving forward.
That's beautiful.
Straight up, I think he could be our quarterback for the next 5 to 6 years. I mean, quarterbacks is playing today, dang near 40, and he's only 28.
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think Goff is our quarterback. He's proven that he can win us games. I still believe like everything has to be a perfect storm for Goff. But if it has to be a good storm. Like I'm not going to say perfect, but I'm not going to say perfect. Everything has to go well around him. Well, and he can make it happen. So shout out to Goff. I believe in Goff now. I'm not going to say I'm a huge fan, but I'm a believer. I am. Okay. Does that make you feel better now? Because I know you.
No, man. No, not really. I'm gonna be honest, man. I feel like that was kind of weak. I feel like that was kind of weak. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I see what you were doing there, but you know how I see how you always kind of throw it in there. You always hit us with the, hey, he's our guy, but he's got to have a perfect storm. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Okay. I actually reverted. I said it has to be I didn't say perfect. I said a good storm.
You did. You did. And I respect that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
That wasn't good enough. Dang,
that was good enough. That was good enough.
I told you.
It just took too long, man. I was hoping you'd be on this train coming into the year with me, and that's
no. He had to prove it.
I think okay. Well,
there's no way you could have been super sold on Goff just coming into the year.
I mean, I was.
You couldn't be. You couldn't have been. I needed him to prove it. Yeah, you was 100%. And there's people in the community that was sold on him, but like, nah, because I still think he's a.
And that was fair. Though. I understand
that he needed to prove it.
Yeah.
I can't say Goff's an elite quarterback. Would you say he's an elite quarterback, or he's a good quarterback? He's proven that he's a good quarterback.
Wait, would you?
Would you say Goff is an elite quarterback?
What's an elite quarterback? I mean, I don't think he's
he's in that what tier? Let's go tiers. He's not in the first tier with the Mahomes. I need to know the Allens.
Okay,
he's in the. You put him in the second tier. You put him in the same tier.
Okay, is Hurts in the first tier?
I believe Hurts is in that. I believe he's on that cusp. Like he's in that limbo between second and first.
Is Hurts better than Josh Allen? Could you make that case?
No.
Why did
Not at
Alexa
all.
answer me? That was, that was
I
scary.
heard something over there.
And she said, "I'm not sure." That was freaky.
No, Hurts is
Okay.
not better than Josh Allen, bro. Can't go there.
I got you. Okay. But yeah, I mean, we can throw him in there wherever.
He's in the second tier. He's in the second, third tier. He's a good quarterback. I believe in Jared Goff.
Hey, now let's calm down. Let's not jump to the third tier because I don't know where your tiers end, but third tier sounds really bad, man. I don't know who you got in that third tier, but
he's playing second tier type quarterback for me. And okay. I want him a part of our future. Yes, I do want him a part of the future.
So then I want to ask you this because you're saying this. You want him a part of your future. You know my thoughts on it. In you saying that, does that mean you believe that we could win the whole thing with him at quarterback? It has to, right?
Yes.
You do believe that? Okay.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Because we're not going to do anything but just get better.
Right.
We're a super young team. We play super hard. The more and more reps we get, the more we get comfortable with the system, they're going to get better. Like St. Brown's going to continue to get better. And I think St. Brown's already elite. You know how I feel about St. Brown.
What he 100 receptions now, right?
Bro, he's a dog. I wish we had. I want to go find his stat line that I put out for when the season first started. I said Saint was going to have over 100 receptions. I think I said 1,400 yards. I don't know if he's there yet on yards. I think he's just a little over 1,000.
Yeah, I mean, we have to go find that because
he missed the game. Good. You know what I mean? He missed some time, but yeah, I think Goff could win us a Super Bowl. I said 2024. I think we're gonna be a Super Bowl caliber team. Real talk.
Are you thinking about moving that up to 2023
next year? Super Bowl caliber?
Yeah.
Hey, depending on what we bring in free agency and draft, like I'm not mad at it. I think we.
I think we could be the same as this year. Would you say that they could? You think they could be next year?
Yes. Yep. I do. I think we could bang with anybody, bro.
Yeah,
I really do. I think we can bang with anybody in the NFC. 100%. And I think we can bang with anybody in the NFL, period.
Shoot, I think we can this year, man. Which is why we need the Seattle Seahawks to I don't know, maybe something needs to happen. Something needs to go terribly wrong. And I think it's possible, right? We've seen the Rams play really good with Baker. They just need to have like a special game. They need to help us out a little bit. You know that someone's got to be thinking of it over there. Like, man, we could handle business here. Like, they could do it. Seattle's not great. They've been struggling recently. They just met a Jets team that can't play offense. I'm like, man, just let Baker have that magical game, which is very possible. The biggest thing is that run defense got to show up. Because I know that I know I'm going off the place. Real quick, though, is Kenneth Walker healthy or is he hurt for Seattle?
He played last week. Game? He played Sunday.
Okay, I thought he got hurt in that game. I wasn't sure.
Oh, he might have because I did see a lot of Dallas towards the end.
Right. So I'm just wondering, maybe I could be wrong. But if he's hurt, that could be huge because Seattle's going to run the football. So I'm just thinking, hey, if he doesn't play, I mean, I don't know. That's the biggest thing because the Rams, when they lose, they've been losing recently. They give up like 200 yards rushing. And if they do that, they're going to lose to Seattle. But they shut
it's in
down.
LA. Hey. It's in LA,
Is it in LA? They might. Hey, it's possible. I think it's possible. Okay, here, quick thing on Goff though, because everybody's talking about stuff in the chat. I had a quick thought today. I know it's just kind of hit me. Random thought. And I was hearing other people talk about other quarterbacks around the league. Right, Carson Wentz came in. He played bad, or they had a rough game. And like some quarterbacks that we talk about, like being fiery and things like that. It hit me. Like you watched that game, and you rewatched it. The big play where Jamal at the end, he was off. Sudfeld was in. I would love to see Sudfeld throw a pass, but Jamal had the big run. And you see Goff running down the sideline chasing it, and then it made me think back to last year where we had the play at the end of the year to St. Brown. He went out and had a lead block. He blocked somebody, and this time he was kind of running out there the one time, but he didn't really block. He just kind of ran out there. But it made me think, like, when Goff came here, I felt like everybody from Goff's side, not Lions fans, because we didn't know what we were getting, but people that were around, seeing him with LA that maybe followed over, that are around him, or just Rams fans that kind of followed over. There was kind of there was almost that confidence that seemed to come with it, that it was going to work here. I kind of get that by every Rams fan I've talked to is yeah, oh God, Goff's going to be successful there. It wasn't, now there was Lions fans that weren't, with that, because we didn't
Me.
know, and we were coming off, really bad. We
Me.
just traded away Stafford, but there was like that weird confidence around it, and it's like it's weird how it ties along with it. There's almost this like that vibe, like, oh, this is gonna work, and it makes me think that like the times I've seen, like, okay, Swift does something dumb or whatever, and he just seems like the kind of dude that's like the team's guy. He gives me like Jimmy G vibes in a way, just like not as a player, but as like the players around him and kind of how they just like gather around him. Like he's not that leader that's always talking and stuff, but it's more so like there's just like a calming thing when he's out there, and there's just like the kind of, oh, we're just better than that other team. I just get that vibe, and I get that vibe about everybody that was around him when he came here, and I get that vibe now. It's just like there's no shock what's happening. This was gonna happen. I don't know. It's almost like a mindset thing. I kind of get the feeling of, and I don't know if the Lions have ever had that because, well, I mean, I'm sure in the past where we had guys that have done things, but as a starter that's went to the Super Bowl that had as much success as he did, it almost kind of felt like that was the expectation. It's going to happen here, and being that it's the quarterback, it almost feels like it's carried over. That's not to say that the coach and stuff haven't done other things. I just kind of get that vibe that everyone was kind of expecting that this was going to happen, and it's now happening. That makes sense. Sorry, my dog's messing up on my page.
No, you're good. You're good. I mean, from me, I was nervous about Goff coming in. I'm not gonna lie, like, because I wasn't a Goff fan when he got drafted, when he played for the Rams. I feel like he low-key got, I don't know, he helped them get to a Super Bowl and things like that. But this season, Goff has proven to me that he is our quarterback of the future, especially with the contract numbers you broke down to me about a month ago. Like, yeah, at this point with his play and the contract, I think it's a no-brainer. He's our quarterback of the future.
Yeah.
He's got us in playoff contention. I think he's the guy. And
it's crazy.
Like I said,
like,
I won't call him Goffle anymore.
Hey,
very rare.
No, it's like it's super rare for us.
It's rare.
Especially after last year. Who would have thought we'd be here? Like, it doesn't happen like
100%, bro.
It doesn't happen that fast.
I have a calm about our team now. Like, when I watch the Lions play, I don't go into the game nervous. Like, oh man, what's gonna happen this game? How they gonna show up? Or is it gonna be a nail biter? Or are we gonna beat ourselves? Because before, I mean, Stafford had some talented teams around him. He didn't have the best offensive line or anything like that. But as far as like receiving core, I think Stafford is I think he's a better quarterback. But I used to be nervous every time I was watching a Lions game. I was always on the edge of my seat. Now I just got a calm about it. When I watch this play, it's like, okay, we're gonna come out here, try to establish a run. 3rd and 10. I'm not really tripping. I know we're gonna scheme somebody open, get it to Saint or whoever. Like, I'm just never nervous. Defensively, though, I'm still a little on the edge when I watch our defense. But when our offense is on the field, I'm calm in the mud. I'm super calm.
Yeah,
because I know we're gonna get points somehow.
And that's what I was saying. Like, that's the vibe that I like, because in the past with Stafford, it was always, in most teams, it feels like it's kind of like the quarterback and the team. Like, they're kind of like, it's two things going on there. Like, anytime you talk about a team playing another team, they always talk about, hey, is this quarterback against that team and that kind of thing. I feel like with Goff here, it's almost like he didn't have that presence because there was a lot of people with that expectation. It wasn't going to work, except for the people that were around it. Like, oh yeah, he's going to be fine here. And then that confidence. And it's almost like it's just one now. Like, he doesn't have that personality that stands out and it gets spotlighted, So, and he's not the flashy player. It just feels like it's just like, okay, he's just part of the team. I don't know. It's like a unit. Quarterback doesn't feel like that.
It's
yes.
I give it like it's like watch it. Our offense is a unit. It ain't just it's Matt Stafford in the offense. Matt Stafford and the Lions, or Matt Stafford and Calvin Johnson. Nah, exactly. No, this is a unit, bro. Like, this is a legit offense, because we can beat you running the ball or passing. Like, this is a bona fide unit. You know what I mean? We don't probably, because we don't have that star power. That's probably why they're not saying that yet. But I just don't even get that vibe. It's just like they're just a solid unit, bro. And it starts with that offensive line getting everything going, far as pass or run. We're just a solid unit. We're one of the top offensive units in the NFL.
Great, man. They've been great.
Even from an outsider, you would have to, even as an outsider, I still, like, if you watch the Lions play as an outsider, you'd be like, man, their offense is real legit. Like, they really can move the ball.
All the other top offenses, like, what comes to mind, man? You think about the Chiefs, you think about Mahomes. Like that. When you think about Lions being a top offense, you don't think of the quarterback. You just think of the offense.
The unit.
Which is just so
You
different
think
from
it's
anything
just,
I've
just the
seen.
unit.
Yes.
Just the unit.
Yes.
They all pull their
I think
weight.
it's awesome. Yep.
They all
That's
pull
what's
their
awesome
weight.
about it. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
unit, bro. Defensively, I'm
Man.
not there yet. I'm still be on the edge when I be
Oh, no.
watching our defense.
No, that's
like,
they got
like
a way
I gotta
to go,
sit
man.
up. But that's where this offseason should come in. And you just stockpile defensive talent, stockpile some draft picks. You're right. 2023 ain't out of it, like far as us like possibly being Super Bowl contenders, because we're doing it right now. Our defense has played better. I'm gonna give them some credit, but we're just not as loaded on the defense, I feel, as an offense.
Right.
They're too inconsistent.
Absolutely. That's where I feel like the difference is. When our offense, say when we talk about like getting turnovers, it's like for our defense, getting turnovers is very necessary because we don't have that kind of defense that's going to like really slow you down consistently. So the turnovers for us almost feel necessary. Like, oh, we needed to have that one to like when, we played Chicago last time, we needed that pick 6 from Jeff Okudah because it wasn't a very good day defensively as a whole, but we needed like those big key plays. Even this past game, which was kind of different because we just kind of blew them out because we kept scoring. But then on the offense side, it's not really like that. Like we don't need that big play and we can still be successful. Defense feels like it kind of needs those, especially against like good offenses, because they're not going to slow you down. Like Green Bay this weekend. It's like you kind of feel like we kind of need an interception this weekend or a turnover somehow, win that turnover battle because we're probably at home with the way they're playing. We're probably not going to shut them down. So we're going to have a couple of those crucial plays, which is what happened last time we played them. We forced 3 turnovers, and that was like the difference. Right. One was in the end zone. Well, two were in the end zone, basically.
Yeah, we definitely gonna need something to shake on that Green Bay coming up. Can we go back to this Lions Bears and talk about the Lightning and Thunder and Lightning?
Yeah, man.
We hit on that the night before how we needed the Lightning and Thunder to show up, especially the Lightning.
Yep.
Is it safe to say?
On cue, man.
Swift watched our show. Swift watched our show in the hotel room. At his house, I'm sorry. At his house, right. Swift watched our show at his house and said, I'm about to show up today.
Man, I believe it.
Okay.
Hey,
who do you think? Okay, take stats away. Who do you think played better yesterday? Swift or Jamal?
Man. I don't know. I don't know, man.
I think Swift played better.
It's hard not to say Swift, bro. He was just running hard. He looked different.
Wasn't he?
He looked different.
Patient. Yep. How about the third and I think it was 3rd and 18.
Yep.
The draw play.
That was it.
The draw play, bro. That's the Lightning we needed. He gets in the hole, bam, bam. Dude tries to tackle him. He spins out of it and just accelerates up out of there. Blue.
Yes. That was the play, that we talked about needing to have, right? That kind of play.
That's what we needed.
What we said.
That's what we needed right there.
Run. Yep.
Bruh.
One Lightning
on
play
a 3rd and 18? Come on,
that was
Swift.
It, man.
That's the Swift of the beginning of the year, the Mr. I'm averaging 10 yards a pop Swift. Right. That's the guy we need. That's what
he did. He averaged like 10 yards a carry. I think he did.
We needed that. I know Jamal had $150 or close to $150. I don't know exact numbers. But I still think Swift, for some reason, I don't know. Y'all can call me crazy. I just think Swift played a little better. Jamal played well. He had the big run. He was running hard all day. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah,
but that 3rd and 18 play stuck out to me. Over the screen pass that he took in for, I think, 15 or 20, which was nice. Blocking set up well. He set the blocking up, by the way, too.
Yep.
He did set those up and then darted through. But that 3rd and 18 draw play, that's that play that just stuck out. Boom. Yes, I don't know, man. I think the Lions coaching staff tapped into the show. They got J-Mo going on a reverse. Like
they did. They tried to target him. Yeah.
You see how he was getting targets. Like, I'm like, hold on, bro. Like,
yeah.
If y'all are watching, man, just drop a comment and be like, you know what, these two dudes know what they talking about. If we listen to them, we're gonna continue to win games.
Right, that was the first screen I think they've thrown to J-Mo after we talked about doing something like that.
100%. That's the first one. No, it is 100%. And then what did I say? Get him involved in like a jet sweep or something. They run a reverse.
Yep. Yep.
Took it for 40.
Man.
I thought he was gonna crib it. Oh, I thought he was gonna take that.
I know. He was starting to glide there when he came out.
Yeah,
I
he
like,
was. I'm like, oh, he's moving, bro. Once he turned that edge, I'm like, he's moving quick.
He was starting to glide, man.
Then he made a move and got to moving again. I'm like, oh man, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
Fast. Was fast.
I had to touch on Swift, man, because we've been talking. I mean, but it's been deserved stuff. We've been talking negativity towards him because he just ain't been that Swift. But he showed up when we needed him.
Yep.
We're gonna need another big game out of him.
We need.
Yep. In Green Bay. I don't know. I just have to talk about Swift.
I'm gonna check real quick, but you're speaking some facts there to make sure I didn't miss anything.
We got to hit the defensive side of the ball. We definitely.
Let's hit the defense. I'm with you, Jordy.
Okay,
my man Jordy Zool.
What do you say?
Zool says, Jordy put a lot of comments. You know, I'm with my man Jordy. He's really talking the facts, man.
No,
hey,
this is a great one. That's a great comment right there.
That's the one I was talking about. That was absolutely facts. There you go. My man said, "Oh my goodness." He had a very moment. We would be 11-6. I don't know what he's talking about there. But yeah, we could be
11-6. We'll be 11-6.
I want to see Lions number 7 spot.
We get whoever. Look, the NFL, the NFC better hope the Lions don't get in. You better hope we don't get in.
I'm telling you that, bro.
Especially Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota. Hey, Minnesota's might as well not show up, man.
They definitely don't want us to get in.
They lost on purpose. They're trying to move down to that 3 seed so they can play the Giants. They know they can beat the Giants.
They don't want.
Think about. Hey, they would have either had Green Bay or the Lions, right? They're looking at that like, nah, that ain't it. That ain't it.
I mean, you don't want that. I'm gonna be real. Like, I'll kind of get it. I would probably drop down a seed. Like, hey, man, we gonna. As a coaching staff, you obviously don't let your players know that, but just tweak the play calling a little bit.
Right.
Tweak the play calling where you're just calling some dummy plays. Like, hey, we're going to take this L. We'll drop down and play the Giants round 1. Because if you run into Green Bay at the Lions, them boys got our numbers. Mm-hmm. I don't want to play them. We should be 2-0 against Minnesota this year.
Okay. How about this then?
We should have swept the division. I'm not even going to think about the past.
You're right. We're going to handle business this weekend. Because
we should have swept our division.
We should have. If we would have won one other game, then it would have been fantastic. But okay, well, if we would beat Seattle. Quick question outside the lines, real quick.
Go.
Could you see Kirk Cousins being done in Minnesota after this season?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's starting to feel like that, isn't it?
Yes.
It kind of is.
Yeah. And I could see them inserting like a Derek Carr.
Okay.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yep. Because Carr's on the move.
That makes sense. Yeah,
Carr's on the move. I don't know if he's going to the Jets, Minnesota.
Jets would make sense. Minnesota,
Carolina, Miami. I don't know. Like, I mean,
yeah, that's true. We'll see, man.
What's like? You know what I mean? Or Houston. Like, Carr's on the move, and Carr's a starting NFL caliber quarterback. So Carr's gonna have a new job next year. We just don't know where he's headed.
See, I don't think it's like Stafford exactly, but I get the vibes in the sense, not the same, but it's kind of like when we traded him. This wasn't my mindset. We were just a mess. We all know that. But there was people out there talk like, man, it's just not working. Like, we got to move. And I kind of get that vibe with Minnesota. Like, for how long they have had him, the money they paid him, they kind of get that sense like it's going to be like, okay, we got a new head coach. If they get bounced around 1 after this season, it's like, well, hold up. Where can we really go with this? That's what I'm saying. I feel like they might just be like, hey, we can't go any further with this.
Goff is better than Kirk Cousins.
You weren't saying that coming into the year, Rad. I like that. I remember doing that video.
I was not. I'm trying to show the people and tell the people that I'm rocking with Goff.
That's facts.
Goff has played like a top 8 quarterback this season. Top 8. Mm-hmm. Just off the top of my head, he's probably played better, but I don't want to say he's played like a top 5. But I'm gonna give him top 8 off rip.
Yeah,
like if we redid that quarterback thing, Goff will fall in that top 10 for sure.
Look at you with this. This you could say is Goff's best season in the NFL. I said, hey, he has not hit his peak yet coming into this year. This might end up being his best season as an NFL player. Look at the numbers, man. Hey, he's got an above 100 passer rating now in the season.
I could get behind that. I could get behind that.
And that running game has not been like it was with to your point was coming obviously he was on his rookie deal and with Todd Gurley, they were running like crazy. It started like that, but it hasn't stayed like that.
Right. It hasn't been it's consistent. Yes.
Yeah, man.
But
I don't know, man. We just
What? We good.
Look, I don't know. We can talk about some defense, man. Let's talk some defense.
You know how we get to go on. It don't matter. I want to. I'm flipping it over. We're gonna flip it, and I want to let you know right now. I said this. The best pure pass rusher on our team.
I'm not going though.
Is James Houston?
I'm still not going yet.
You have to.
Nah.
You have to
I
at this
can't go
point.
yet, man. I mean,
he has just as many sacks.
I'm gonna watch this game, and I'll see.
He has just as many sacks as Hutch. Hold on, because you said Hutch. Okay. You said Hutch.
No, you're right. It is Hutch. Yeah.
And he's played 95% less snaps than Hutch.
It's unreal.
But has the same sack count. I think he's the best pure pass rusher. I didn't say he's the best D lineman. I just need you to say yes, he is the best pure pass rusher on the team.
I can't go yet. If maybe when I come back after rewatching it, I might say, you know what? You might be right. But coming into this week, from what I've seen to this point, and seeing the game live, I'm not with it yet. Because you got to think, like, okay, one of those sacks, right? Was that a pass rush move, or was that the quarterback took off and he went out there and ran him down? I mean, that wasn't really
that wasn't correct.
But could
Hutch have closed on him that quick? He closed on Fields.
Yeah, I don't know. Man.
I just think he's the best. Look,
he's a great pass rusher right now, man.
I don't want to say he's our best rookie.
I
don't want to go there. But I got that for value. He's the best value.
And look, now he's not just playing on third downs anymore. Like there's certain times where we're using him.
He's playing
against Fields, like who's more athletic. We did it a little bit last week against the Panthers. They do that read option. They actually put him out there on early downs. I was like, oh shoot, because remember originally he was just like just only third downs or whatever.
Passing situations. Yeah. He's the steal of the draft of the NFL, let alone the Lions. He has to be the steal of the draft, bro.
It's crazy.
He's got to be. The dude could finish with 10 sacks. I hope if he finishes with 10 sacks this season, that means he's about to get 3 against A-Rod, and we might be winning that game. If Houston jumping in with 3, somebody else is going to jump in and try to meet that total. Like,
yeah.
Look, I thought the defensive line did they butt. They played their butt off. Yeah. The D line played they was at his neck. Josh Pascal. Hutch was doing his thing too.
Pascal had like 2 of them. I think Pascal had like 2 sacks.
Yeah. I think he had like 2.5, maybe even 3. Hutch did his thing.
You didn't watch this live, so I'm wondering, did you get the sense like towards the end there? To me, I felt Fields looked lifeless, man. Like there was no energy. It was just kind of like he was just going through it at the end. Kind of just felt like he was out there.
Oh, we broke that.
That's what it felt like. Okay.
Yeah, we broke their will.
The way of putting it. Okay.
For sure, we broke their will. 100%.
That was like so. That was you could see that thing, man. And like that's like you felt it really early. Like it's like, dude, they're just kind of going through the motions, man. He didn't show any energy when he took off.
That's a great comment right there. Houston is nasty. Hutch is blue chip.
I rock with that.
I will rock with that. I'll rock with that. Joseph, thank you for that comment right there. That's right there. Right there.
I'll rock with that, man. Oh, they talking about Brock Purdy. Hey, we are on a Niners. Hey, they do Niners stuff over here. You said steal the draft. I forgot about Brock Purdy being drafted.
That wasn't the same class. That wasn't the same class.
Was it?
Wait, Purdy ain't a rookie, is he?
Yeah, Purdy's a rookie, man.
Purdy is a rookie. I thought Purdy came out 2 years ago. Oh, yeah, Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant.
But no, I mean, you're not.
I'm still taking Houston.
Though. I think you got a case, though.
I'm still taking Houston. Purdy's been playing well, bro. He has. I'm going to give him his credit. Shout out to my guy, Naylor. He texted me, Dose. Hey, a quarterback y'all should target late is Brock Purdy. I'll screenshot you the text. I'm like, Brock Purdy? I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, man, it's this kid. I think, is he out of Iowa State?
Iowa State.
Somewhere? Yeah. He's like, it's a kid out of Iowa State, man. Like, y'all should target a quarterback named Brock Purdy. Because after the draft, we talked about, like, hey, you got the quarterback that you told us to get. He's like, yeah, I know.
That's sweet. Hey,
He told me
he's
about
handling-
Brock Purdy.
He's holding his own, man. He's
He
holding.
be hitting on
and
quarterbacks.
And you know what? The thing is, most time you almost feel like you'd overlook that. Like you'd overlook the 7th round pick because he came in as a 3rd string, and like you get to that point on the roster, most teams would just let's go sign someone we know. Let's go sign a vet, and they rock with him. Like to just go with him to that point shows that he was super impressive. Like first off, they believed him when they drafted him, but 2, he had to be impressive in training camp, and I think he was. I think that was a lot of the talk. Like he was balling out in training camp.
Mm-hmm.
So to not go make a move and go get someone else, you would think you usually would there.
But they had the confidence in the kid, and he playing good football. But back to our draft class. Back to our draft class. I'm not here to talk about Brock Purdy. I'm here to talk about Josh Pascal,
No.
Kirby Joseph,
Pascal, love to see
Rodrigo.
Hey, Iffy, pass breakup.
I was wondering when you was gonna bring my guy up. Though.
Man.
So hold on. Go ahead. Go talk about it.
Look,
because I have a question.
I think he was targeted twice, right? In the first one, he kind of like got his hand in there late, which I rock with. The second one was more clean of a pass breakup, but they were both on tight ends, I think. I think they were both on tight ends. And we talked about that coming in. Like that is his potential. That's why you move him to safety. Lions love to play man. We're putting him at safety so he can do that. Because as much as I like Elliott and he's sufficient, he's not a playmaker at that spot. Like J-Ron could be a playmaker against tight ends. This dude could be a playmaker against tight ends to a higher level because J-Ron's still a safety. This dude's like legit got covered skills, man. And the way that we saw last year, he matched with Adams. Like it wasn't always perfect. Like DK was kind of hit and miss, but he still had good plays against DK Metcalf. Like, hey, that's going to work at corner. But to move him at safety, if you can match half the time on DK Metcalf, you can match up with pretty much any tight end they put out there. That includes the Kyle Pitts who's going to line out wide all the time. So, and he won't because he's going to match up with tight ends who aren't wide. Hey, that's a heck of a way to get it going, man. I didn't see anything bad aside from that. Okay, I'm excited for this next week, though. So you're a believer? I'm not. Here's what I'll say. I'm like a 60% believer because I want to see what happens this week. Because you. Okay, here's my thought process. Tunyon's nice. He's cool. Tunyon's nice. Tunyon. But what I need to see from Iffy is him being attacked in zone. I feel like he can play man, and he has the best upside there because even Kirby has some issues there. But can he play zone coverage for us? See, when we play Green Bay, I always like how we drop in the zone and we give him these different looks and we disguise things and our safeties are all over it. Can he do that? Because I think last time we played them, Deshaun Elliott was out there, right? I know Kirby, he went crazy. But that's what I'm looking for because I think that's where you're going to see him the most in this game is when he's, attacked, this can be in zone, probably not as much man. But I'm a believer in man. I think he's got that. Right. We felt that anyways. I mean, he's an ex-corner. Converted. Yep. We thought we talked about the reason why we think you put him there because we need him to cancel out tight ends and things like that because we run a lot of man. And he did well yesterday. Thought he tackled well. He had some good breakups. To your point, I'm not super sold on him yet. I need to see what he can do in zone coverage and things like that. But we may have a ball player, as we should. You were taken in the 3rd round, right? I'm just glad you're an uber athlete. What you said. So just glad he's playing now. I'm glad he's just getting a chance. I'm just happy he's getting some tick. Like finally, get some tick. But Deshaun said he's coming back. Deshaun said he ain't missing this game. He coming back this week? He tweeted it. He said he ain't missing this game. See, I would start Deshaun. 100%. I'm starting a vet. 100%. I'm starting a veteran. Does Iffy mix in a little bit? I mean, hey, look. I mean, he might have to. I don't know, man. I would start Deshaun. I wouldn't play with that. I would start Deshaun. Did he play last time we played Green Bay this year? I don't even remember. He might not have actually. I thought it was him and Kirby. I don't think he did actually. I could have sworn it was him and Kirby. I don't even know. I would think it was. I'm all over the place. I don't know. I would start Elliott though. I like it for the vet in the back end though. But if they do start going at Tunyon over and over, he needs to get in the game. I'm flipping him. Try to take him out. Yeah. I'm flipping him. Or why don't you just put him on Christian Watson? See, look, and that popped in my mind. That's me. I'm all about chess pieces, bro. I got this 6'3" corner / safety. I'm about to put him on your 6'4", 6'5" receiver. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not about to have 5'10" Jerry Jacobs or 6 foot Akuda on him. Like, I'm just not doing that. That's just me. Like, I'm playing chess pieces. I got these big DBs. I'm gonna move them around. Somebody might not get much playing time. Akuda, you might not play as much. This I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm playing chess with these fools, bro. I'm playing chess with them.
This draft class.
I'm feeling really good about this game coming up, man.
Linebackers. I thought they played well. Double A, he was popping, bro.
Was he?
Double A was popping. Yeah.
Okay.
He had a couple nice plays
in there, right? He had a big hit.
He had a couple nice plays. I think our linebackers have been playing well.
Okay, love to hear it.
Double A coming back next year?
Yes.
Okay.
See, to me, like, I'm not mad if he starts again next year, man. Really? I'm with you on the fact that I would draft someone and then he could potentially take his spot. But no, I wouldn't have a problem with him starting next year. Like, if we went mid to late with a linebacker, I mean, I'm cool with him starting. But then, do we even draft the linebacker to that point? Okay, let's go down that real quick. We still could, but is that drafted linebacker not linebacker 4? Probably, because Derek Barnes is now getting some playing time, and I thought he's been way better than last year. A little bit less playing, but I thought he's been way better. Just like he looks way more under control than he did last year. So I don't think he's going to be out of the mix. So at that point, do you then move on from Duracell and then draft somebody and just say we're going all young? I'd bring him back, though. So at that point, I don't even know how high I'm drafting a linebacker because Malcolm's not coming out of the starting lineup.
I don't really like drafting first-round linebackers, unless it was like Micah Parsons. Like I thought that was our pick that year, Micah Parsons. Like Micah Parsons, you just knew wasn't going to miss. Like you just knew. I don't know. I vibe about the film. I watched a lot of film on him. I was like, man, this dude is a star. I haven't looked at this linebacker class yet. So first round, no, because I think we can get by with Barnes. And the way you broke down our defense where linebackers aren't really the key point, because we debated a whole show about the linebacker position, which you broke it down. You know what I mean? So it's like, why waste that draft capital on a guy if our defense focal point isn't like you need to have stud linebackers? Now that's where we start talking like the second or even go later rounds. I think it probably, I haven't seen film, but if I'm just going right now, I would say we don't need to use a high draft pick on a linebacker because Rodrigo's not coming out. I think Alex deserves another contract, and they love Barnes, and Barnes has been playing solid. Like nothing against Barnes. So it's like, why use that high of draft capital if you're possibly going to be the fourth linebacker? It makes no sense. Right. So right now, I would say I don't think we should draft the linebacker high. And I like Sewell's brother. I've seen a little bit of his film, but I don't know anybody else yet. So no, I think linebackers bring back the same crew. If you get a late one,
linebackers. You don't think that's been an issue against the run? Okay. I'm just asking from your thought. I'm not saying that's
I don't.
Think it is.
I think the issue is that we need a fat daddy who can hold. Bugs has played some solid football for us.
He needs to come back.
I think he's too up and down.
Depth guy.
He's too correct. You said it last show. I think he would be a great rotational guy. Because he deserves another contract. But I think we need a disruptive D tackle, or we're gonna need somebody that's just like a Jordan Davis, just a fat daddy who you can't move. Who's gonna, if you want to try to move him, you better put 2 helmets on him. Then at that point, a linebacker's running free. That's what we need. Or I just want a guy with a great first step who's gonna blow up whoever tries to block him. Not make the play.
That's just so weird.
What up?
Is that think about like how Bugs is starting. Like coming in this year, we picked him up like a few weeks before the season started. Did we pick him up during the preseason and he's a starter?
He wasn't a projected starter. No, he wasn't.
No,
he wasn't.
That was a late pickup. I mean, so was Kaminsky, and he's a dog. But I'm just saying, like that guy's not supposed to be starting. Yeah,
he needs to come back.
Yep,
he needs to be a depth guy, 100%. Because when he got both his hands, he's on fire. And his work ethic, his hustle, he's worth it. It's gonna be there's gonna be quite a few lines on that defense we don't see brought back though.
Ooh, what do you mean? Because of money, or do you mean because they're not earning it?
I just both. Like there'll be no more Austin Bryant, no more Brockers. I mean, we haven't seen these guys anyways, but there's going to be people that's part of this roster right now that won't make it. And so we're honestly like Julian.
I know
with the emergence. I'm just being real with the emergence of James Houston. So now, where do you fit into the team, Julian?
And
you know what I'm saying?
Still here. Yep.
He's not one of Brad Holmes' guys. So it's like, where's Julian? So I think there's gonna be some jokers that we don't see.
Okay, let me ask you this then. Crazy the idea coming into the year, we heard that James was going to be like an off-ball linebacker coming into the year. Then they said, like, hey, we need to take things off his plate, just let him pass rush, because that's what he was dominant at Jacksonville State. But he played at Florida off-ball, and that's probably part of the reason he was drafted so late. But do you think there's a chance that they say, hey, we want you to go back to that role on third downs? We'll put you on the end and rush, but you possibly go back to that position, and now you're in that linebacker mix for us. That sounds crazy because I don't think you can do that after what he's done. But I'm just wondering if you do keep him at the same size. I know at times they've used him on the edge, and I think situationally it makes sense on early downs because there's certain teams that try to get their quarterback in the mix so much that you kind of want more speed out there. Like whether that's Jalen Hurts you face, Justin Fields who you're not going to face twice a year, maybe. I think he'll be there. Or do you say we're going to put him back, and then we can always walk him down on the end of the line if we're playing a lot more guys on the line. Me
personally, I haven't seen enough of his off-ball film to say like that could be a thing to do. Like I don't know what his feet look like, what is above the shoulders, can he read and react well, things like that. Now he did close on Justin Fields pretty quick, and that was from a depth. That was from depth, and he closed quick,
dropped, right? Yeah.
So that's kind of reading and reacting a little bit, but I need to see if he can read and react as far as like seeing linemen move. Like, does he know what to get to daylight and darkness, things like that? I mean, it's not out of the question because he has done it, but I think he's pushed. I think he has pushed Julian off the team because I still think we're going to draft some more D linemen this coming draft. Let's be real. Brad Holmes, he's going to draft some D linemen. Well, Chad has a good question. Role. Okay. So why do we need Julian now?
Okay. I'm going to hit real quick. Remember Julian, what the idea of his role was going to be? He was going to be that Sam linebacker for us, and then we changed everything up when the season started. That could be Charles Harris. Definitely could be him. I mean, if he can play linebacker, like I think he can, and he can drop because he's played that position, he could just be that guy for us going forward if we try to get back to what we kind of thought we were going to be coming into the year. In that case, they'll probably end up going for that. Either Levi's got to come back healthy, which I don't know if you could bank on that, or two, you go try to get that penetrating defensive tackle again. And if maybe that's first round, maybe that second round, you try to go get that dude again, put him back in there with Aleem, and maybe you just have to adapt every week and we see who's healthy. Now he's talking about Charles Harris, right?
Yes, he is. You think he's pushed off the roster? He's still
under contract. I wouldn't move him off the roster.
Okay, but because he still does have one more year.
But his money.
But ain't he getting like 7.5?
Expensive this next year, I think he.
Is his cap hit like 7.5, 10?
Let me check real quick. I want to see what the prices get out of it.
Because if that cap hit is above 7.5, even 7.5 to me seems like it's too high for like. Because I think what I'm getting out of Charles Harris, I can get out of James Houston. Both undersized defensive ends. I think I can get I can get his production from James Houston. I think he's going to get pushed off the roster just because I also think we're going to draft some more people. I think we're going to do it in the draft. Okay. I think we're going to do it in the draft. His cap
this year is $8 million. And now if you're trying to get out of that, you can save half of it. $4 million will go dead. $4 million you would save if you cut him this year. And on top of that, actually, no, it'd be more. Wait, would it be more than that? I think no, it wouldn't be more than that because that just includes the void. They threw a void year on it, so that's why his dead cap is $4 million. So you'd save $4 million if you cut him. $4 million dead cap, which you take right away because you put a void year on there for $2 million. But his cap is $8 million. That's a tough one because to your point, it's almost like, well, I don't really because I think Romeo's going to be end up here just because of his number. You can eat $4 million. Romeo's going to be a little bit tougher to deal with. So I think Romeo's going to be here. And by the way, he had a couple little good things in there.
He did.
Romeo, Hutch, James. I don't know what you do with that because you don't want to take James off the field, but you do need to have, backups. And Charles feels a little different too.
But I just see it as Romeo. You said Romeo, James, Hutch, Josh, Pascal, Kaminsky.
Right, that's true too.
So there's your two big defensive ends. He's gonna play that big defensive end. One of his sacks came from the 3 technique.
Yeah, that's where he needs to play on pass down.
One of those sacks came from a 3 technique. So
he should not be working against tackles on pass downs. That's dumb. When the Lions do that, it makes no sense. I'm never with that. That is not his game, man. He can't win on the edge. He doesn't win on the easy. He's gonna bull rush. That's all he's gonna do.
I'd put him against the guard.
Yes,
and let him bull rush him to death.
he ran through that thing, man.
Hey, man. Oh, Lord. This draft
Okay,
class is a hit. It's a hit. It's a hit. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just in love with this
but
draft class,
no,
bro.
I feel it.
I don't think we
So
missed
the
on a
Lions,
pick.
you're probably right. We'll see with Chase Lucas, but he's 7th round, so it's kind of like, yeah. Now here's
If
this.
you missed, you missed. But go ahead.
Yeah, if you miss, man. It's almost like a UDFA. Okay, hold up though. But Charles Harris, I think, has proven himself as a solid run defender, probably better than James to this point because we know he can play all downs. You're talking about you got the big defensive ends. You know Kaminsky's coming back. He's been that for us. He'll continue to be that. He bumps inside on pass downs. Josh Pascal's going to continue to be that. And Hutch, we'll see. Now they're moving him around a little bit, and he's standing up, so Hutch could always move around. Romeo could be opposite as well. So then you say James Houston, that's 5. Do you
People
keep 6?
are getting moved on.
Okay,
we're moving on. I'm telling you,
move Charles?
There's some cats,
but
there's some cats on this roster that will not be back on that D line. I'm just saying D line.
Okay, I feel you, but that's a pretty nice pass rushing and ability to play early down. Number 6 on your roster, like that's pretty good if that's your final defense.
But for $8 million cap hit.
Okay, but tell me this then. Okay, I'll tell you that we come in next year. Romeo's hurt week 1. He misses the first 4 weeks. Now what are we looking at edge?
Houston, Kaminsky, Pascal on rundowns.
He'll both
Hutch.
be on, Hutch will be on the opposite side.
I honestly think Hutch should play the big. Hutch should just play the big defensive end role because that's what I think he truly is. I think he's a big defensive end role. Yeah, and I think Houston's our best pass rusher.
I know, but then I got to wonder about Josh Pascal because I feel like, to your point coming into this year, the eventual vision is that Pascal's that guy for us. Because I don't think they're going to be putting him inside the tackles on early downs. Now, what they could do, though, hold up. Pascal's like 280, right?
Maybe I was about to say, put about 20 on him.
He could take Levi's spot and just put some weight on him.
Put 20 on him.
He could just he's got the length. He could just take Levi's spot, man.
Put the 20 on him.
Hey, you know what? I don't know. I can't answer the Charles one. I really don't know. I mean, I don't like getting rid of players that I know can produce, so I'm not in a rush to get rid of that. But I get the question.
I just think it's gonna be real spooky next year. We're gonna see a lot of names that ain't here no more.
You're right.
And Charles ain't played down there all year.
No, he hasn't. But then again, neither has Romeo really. So,
but Romeo's money and Romeo's been a double digit sack guy, and he's got the length, and he's starting to look better. I still think he missed a little bit of that explosion. I'm gonna be real with you.
You think in offseason he'll be back to Romeo, or do you think that's just not gonna be there?
I hope so.
I guess he kind of has his hope on it because that's how much he's getting paid.
I hope so. What's next, man? Playoffs. Chase Lucas. That's the only one. That's it.
I mean, yeah, James Houston was good. There was a long break there, right? Because it was Kirby and then Chase and then James Houston.
James Mitchell. We're getting some production out of James Mitchell. Tight end.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, we've hit on pretty much
every. We hit, and they're playing like good football.
Now it's coming in 2 years in a row. We've almost hit on every single pick.
Right.
I mean, we'll see if he might be kind of wait and see, but his role could be very, very big, very quick next year. I would not be shocked if he starts next year. So that could change real quick. And then, like I said, I think Darren Barnes is going to stay in the rotation.
And just Levi.
And then it's just Levi. And that's an injury. So it's kind of like, man, hey, you're right.
I don't know if Levi
hey, the way, though, I think Brad Holmes deserves most of the credit of anybody because that's probably the biggest reason why we've turned this fast. Yes, man. To hit as many draft picks as he did, the moves that he's made, like the fact that, I'm sure the head coach stuff has a play in it, but even the quarterback, right? We didn't our resetting this year. Hey, that wasn't it last year. Even though we couldn't really tell, we're resetting. We're going to get a new guy. He didn't ever do that. He believed that was going to work if we got him more weapons. It worked. The weapons he's gotten have been pretty good. I mean, the guys that he got last year didn't work, but at the same time, they didn't really throw any money at. They didn't have money. Perriman wasn't an expensive deal. Tyrell Williams was the most expensive, but he was injured in week 1. But he's hit on a lot of stuff, and he's turned us around quick, man.
Right. I mean, he got to get GM of the year.
I mean, man,
that has to be GM of the year. What you reading over there? You're reading something. What did you just read?
Man,
What'd you read?
I have no idea. I'm a little confused, to be honest.
That has to be GM of the year, bro. It has to be. What playoffs? I really want to ask this question. Then we can head out of here in a little bit. Do you truly think we're gonna get in?
Yeah, I do. I think this is meant to be, man. I think sometimes, man, it's just like, okay, wait, what the heck? I'm so confused.
Do you?
I'm so confused, bro. wait, Jay, I'm sorry. I got I'm so lost. Wait, what?
Do you truly think he's gonna get in?
Okay. Wait, I'm sorry. What was the question? What was the question? My bad. Do I think who's gonna get in?
Do you think we're gonna get in? And then we'll
get
playoffs.
Do you really think no, I do. I think we're gonna get in. I think the Rams are gonna. Rams have been like this. I think they're gonna handle business. I don't believe in Seattle. And I think, like you said, every NFL team's hoping we don't. They don't want that, man. I think that's now the question that I can definitely answer, because the Detroit Rams shirt is coming back. That's facts, fight forever. But aside from that, like, I hate the fact that we're playing after, but Sunday Night Football is kind of awesome. And if the Seattle loses, that would be a sweet Sunday Night Football game. Like, that's as awesome as you can make it. But if you just ask me the simpleness of, do I think we'll beat Green Bay? Yes. I'm so confident we're going to beat Green Bay.
I would agree with that.
We're beating Green Bay this weekend.
I would agree with that. I just don't know if the Rams is going to handle business for us.
That's the one. And I really hope they do, because that's why I wanted to play first. We should have played Saturday night. We should have been Saturday Night Football, because then we have our game. We'll see what happens the next day. But to do it now, it's kind of like, well, dang, I don't know why they did that. Either way, it could still be awesome. Hopefully they know something we don't, and the Rams do something crazy. But no, I think we're absolutely going to win. No question. I think we match up right. I've liked how we've played them in the past every time we've seen them. And I think really the quick point, I think our run defense is going to shut them down, basically, which they've kind of leaned on. And I think flip side, we're going to run the football. And if you remember, we've been able to stick with them. Like last time we played at Green Bay, we were winning at half, just a couple little things. We didn't have the firepower. We got the firepower. We're not the same team, and they have less firepower now without Devontae.
Okay. We just need the Rams to handle business for us, man.
Yeah. We do.
Bro.
At very least, we can at least take Green Bay out of it. At very least, we'll knock Green Bay out. And that will feel so much good.
Right. For real. Don't let them get in, because Green Bay.
Oh, my gosh, dude. We're going to keep them out. That's facts. But Seattle shouldn't be in there.
Alrighty, y'all. That's it, man. Dose, you got any last thoughts? I do. I got some last thoughts. Before y'all leave, make sure y'all hit that like button. If y'all enjoy the content, it helps out the channel stupendously. Just take a second, hit that thumbs up. Happy New Year's to everybody. God bless everybody. And I got to see what's going on with this Hamlet thing, y'all. I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
Anything you want to throw out there, Dose?
No, man. I just hope he's all right. I mean, to your thing, I don't know what went down. So. Yeah, man. I mean, I got nothing else, man. It's good to be on here again, and
always
we're gonna have to do it again before this game, because
in a couple of days we're gonna be back.
So live this week up, man, because this is we could call this a playoff game. We could basically
it is a playoff game. It's like
this
do or
counts
die.
For us. It's our playoff game. All right, we've earned this. This is awesome.
Alrighty, y'all. God bless everybody. Y'all be easy. Thanks for tapping in once again. Hit that thumbs up on the way out, though. Drop some comments. Peace, love, and happiness. And we out.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.